Me like movie.
Hey, what's going on? This is Giuseppe. It's April 17th, 2025, and I like movies. I like going to the movies. I like buying movies. I like watching movies on the apps. You know, I still do the physical thing. I mean, like I still have a 3D TV. I still have hundreds of 3D Blu-rays. A lot of people, a lot of my friends make fun of me that I still have a working 3D TV, but I enjoy it. I love 3D. I guess quote unquote, fell for the gimmick. I just love 3D. But again, like I said, I love going to the movies. And last week, actually a week ago from today, I saw a movie called The Amateur, starring Remy Malek, which I think a lot of people know as Freddie Mercury in the Bohemian Rhapsody movie. A lot of people know him from Mr. Robot. I knew him from Night at the Museum as Achman Ra. That's the face that I saw when I saw the trailer for Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm like, oh my God, it's Achman Ra from Night at the Museum. His wife, played by Rachel Brosnahan, mostly well known for her role as the marvelous Miss Maisel in the show Marvelous Miss Maisel. Great show, hilarious. She was great in it. I still haven't watched the last season yet. Don't tell me what happens, even though I might tell you what happens in this movie. But I still have one season left to go. I watched the whole series so long ago, and I might have to start from the beginning again. It's, I think, 5 seasons. I think the 5th season's the one I didn't watch, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do? John Bernthal, Frank Castle, the Punisher. In this movie, it's funny because, like, in this movie, he plays a character called the Bear, and he's in the show The Bear, but he's not the Bear in the show. I don't know, man. It's funny to me. Whatever. But he was also in Walking Dead. I think it was the first 3 seasons. Anyway, you also got Adrian Martinez, small role, but like he's one of those actors that when I see him pop up somewhere, I'm like, oh, look, it's Adrian Martinez. You know, I get like a little excited because I think he's a good actor, but I think he's hilarious in some of the stuff that he does. Like in Focus, he was the dude who stole the ATM machine, and he was in a whole bunch of Law and Order episodes, like not just one particular Law and Order. I think he was in like SVU. I think he was in the original Law and Order, an episode of the original Law and Order. You also got Holt McCallany. This guy's been in a lot of stuff too. He's one of those actors that you just see pop up everywhere. But like every time I see him, I'm like, oh, it's the dude from freaking Creep Show too. The Chief Woodenhead segment. The dude with the long hair, the one who was going to go to Hollywood and become an actor. But yeah, whenever I see him, that's who I see. I'm like, it's like when I came to the realization that was him. I was like, I freaking knew it. I knew it. But anyway, so The Amateur, it's a good flick. I enjoyed it. It's about this man and woman. His wife has to go to London for work, and he decides to stay back. He works for the CIA. She goes to London, and while she's there, she gets killed during a terrorist attack. This is all in the trailer. I'm not, breaking anything, but if I do toss out a spoiler, I apologize in advance. Just be warned, there may be a spoiler. I'm going to try not to, but I talk a lot, so sometimes all that stuff just comes out. So anyway, his wife goes to London and gets killed during a terrorist attack, and this just destroys him. It breaks his heart. He works for the CIA. I said that already. And when they bring him into the office to let him know what happened, he just breaks down. And it's like you feel it. You feel that pain because you know that if you were in that same situation, you would react the same way. It would kill you. It would destroy you. So, because he works for the CIA, he wants to get revenge. He wants the CIA to find these guys who killed his wife and kill them back. And I feel like any one of us put in that type of position would feel the same way. It's got to be it's a terrible feeling watching that happen to somebody in a movie, where it's all acted out. Like this, they're not really married. They're not, but it's like the acting was done so well that you feel it the moment he gets told that his wife passed away. The moment his heart breaks, you just feel it, and you feel that anger, that vengeful anger inside, and just knowing that this is what he's trying to do now. He's seeking revenge. He wants these people dead. So the CIA is not going to help him, and he decides to take it upon himself. He finds the people who did it. When I'm watching the movie, it seems like it all happened so quickly. But, with that little bit of dialogue, they let you know how much time has passed, finds the people who did it, it's just like crazy because of all the technology and how he was able to find them, like just from like the eyes and, like little bits and things here and there that they used to like pinpoint on what was showing on this person. Cause half of the face was covered with a mask and you could just see the eyes, but he found them. CIA doesn't want anything to do with it. They're not going to do anything about it, so he's going to take it upon himself to do it himself. They laugh at him like, oh, this little guy, this skinny guy, this quiet guy, he's not going to do anything. Like, come on. So he goes to Lawrence Fishburne, who we all know as Morpheus from the Matrix movies. I mean, I still think of him as Ike Turner from What's Love Got to Do with It? I saw that movie in theater when I was a kid, and he scared the hell out of me. Like, I thought he was so good at being such a dirtbag, And, of course, dare I say it, Cowboy Curtis, Pee-wee's Playhouse for those 80s kids who remember back then. So he goes to Lawrence Fishburne for training. He trains him as well as he can. Guy can barely hold a gun, can barely aim a gun, has to be like this close to the target to be able to even get it close to where he needs to shoot it, to the head, to the chest, whatever. So he works really hard, and, Lawrence Fishburne's just trying, and he just kind of washes his hands of him, and he's just like, you know what, I'm doing it anyway. Finds the people, and he does what he has to do. He goes through them all. Again, I'm not going to tell you exactly what he does because, a little mystery. If you want to see it, see it. It wasn't like full of action. It wasn't like action at every turn. It's like even when he's walking away from an explosion, he's walking like really slow. You see him flinch when the explosion goes off. It's not that cool lighting of a cigarette, flicking the match and just coolly walking away in slow motion while the fire's burning behind you. No, but it was indicative of his character, the type of character that he was. He was a scared little man with a mission, on a mission, to destroy those who destroyed his life. And it was an enjoyable movie. Like I said, it wasn't like action-packed every turn there was action, whatever, but like the way he held himself, he did a very good job. And it's like, I think Rami Malek's a good actor. I think he did a good job at making you believe that he was really out there on revenge because, again, these revenge movies are those type of movies when you feel what the character is feeling. Because you think to yourself, man, if I were in that position, I would do the same thing. I would do the same thing. Your wife was killed. Like the Taken movies, they kidnap his daughter. And just everything that he goes through to do it, to get his daughter back, we all know, like, we would do that. I mean, given we have a particular set of skills, we have that information at our fingertips that the CIA has, but, that's what happens in the movies. In real life, we do what we can with what we have. But that anger, that love, that fear, all that shit goes through your body when you're watching these characters go through that. And for that, I say, it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. Me like The Amateur. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate your time, taking the time to listen, watch, however you decided to partake in my little review here. Have a good night.
Like, share, subscribe.